I like watching the NBA. I don't have to play ranked to like Call of Duty.
That's what you've been doing?
Yes. But that's mostly because everyone's streams are dying and we need to play something that people like to watch. And so people...
Yeah. Bro, I was... Welcome back to another episode of the Flycast. What episode are we on, Schmeat?
Come on, Schmeat head. It's like 108, almost 110.
It's just how I like to start the pod.
Yeah, it's 100 something. We're above 100, so everything else is just a chair. We never even thought we'd make it here.
We're switching it up a little. We do here on the Flycast. I mean, sometimes maybe we have sponsors, but other than that, we don't.
108.
We get to do what we want.
I mean, we have sponsors,
and this
is sponsored by Very but usually, our sponsors let us do whatever.
We do what we want. If we want to just straight pod, we straight pod. If we want to listen to copywritten stuff so OpTic can't make ad money, we do that. If we
ad money, smash money. That's what I've always said.
Here in the Flycast, we do what we want. A lot has happened in the past week.
Oh, we got some stuff to talk about for sure.
I guess let's get the depressing stuff over with. Well, first, let's see. Have you been up to anything?
Oh my God, I've never seen you bail like that.
Before I get into my week, is there anything that you would like to? I mean, I can just start.
Yeah, I went to Italy.
Oh yeah, how was Italy?
It was crazy. It was
like a totally different world.
Yeah, I have pretty bad culture shock a lot of the time, and luckily because the people in Italy are so nice, I didn't have that bad a culture shock. Because I got it really bad in Mexico City and really, really bad in Paris.
What does culture? I know what you mean by culture shock, but
like you're just like
acting like this shit like affected you.
Like, well, Paris did. Like when you walk outside on your own and you don't recognize anything, you don't recognize the language, the people, the culture, the buildings, the geography, anything. You don't recognize anything. You kind of like freak out. And I did that. I didn't even know what was happening to me in Paris.
I kind of like that feeling.
See, I hate it.
Like when I go to
Blake's the same way.
When I go to like Mexico or like when I travel, I feel like free.
Blake will go into a. Blake was telling me
I can get drunk and just wander, which is not ideal of what you should do in a foreign country. But
see, if I was drunk, I might be fine. But Blake was telling me he would go to Italy or he went to like little towns in France, and he would play 21 questions at the counter. Or like charades at the counter trying to figure out, what he was looking for. Dude, I would shit myself.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is because I know it's human beings, but I'm like, I don't want to be I have like, I don't know. But Italy was great because almost everyone speaks English. And if it was just a little bit of English, like here and there, they were still like extremely nice.
Crazy how that works.
The feeling of disorientation experienced by someone who is suddenly subjected to an unfamiliar culture. Finally, Schmeat.
Let's go.
Finally.
If I remember, when I go to different countries, I feel just like a sense of freedom and like maybe it's the drinks. I remember we went to
maybe it's the brothels.
The first Halo 5 tournament. It was in, I think, Cologne, Germany, and they put us it was only two teams. It was a European team. It was before Halo 5 came out. They sent OpTic and the European team to just like play like a show match, basically, to like present Halo 5 at like PAX or something, I think it was. And they flew us out and they had us in some random, it's not a hotel. It was like a
hostel. Were you in rooms with other people?
No, it was like 343 is 343, but they wouldn't do that. That'd be crazy. Fly OpTic out and have us rooming with fucking like people off the street.
I guess I didn't realize it was
a
OpTic.
hotel. It was like I'm guessing this place had like 10 to 20 rooms.
Okay.
But it was just super small, some rando town. People didn't speak English.
Yeah.
Like the one person that worked, like no one at the hotel besides this one like kind of younger girl, she's just maybe like 25 or something, worked at the front. She spoke English. But besides that, it was just me. It was so fun, bro. It was definitely top 5 times in my life. Me, Ace, Flame, and Assault. Just like, it's such a funny, dumb fuck group to just roam.
Just run around.
This random town. I think Cologne, Germany is a big city, but they had us in a small one, but like a Hagerstown.
Like a Hagerstown.
Smaller.
The Hagerstown of Cologne.
No one spoke English, and we were just like roaming, trying to pick up like little words to say because we were like trying to get food and stuff, but it's like they just don't speak English. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It was so different, but it was so fun, just like roaming the streets and figuring out how, like, because we just got dropped off. Like there wasn't like a Lottie. Like I remember we went to like London and like Lottie helped us out at like
esports.
Like someone's like helping us out and like they just dropped us off and we had to figure out how to like exchange like we were roaming the streets looking for like exchange places and we ended up like renting bikes and then just like getting drunk and riding bikes all around this like little town, and it was definitely fun. I definitely enjoy going to different places. Whenever they told me about going to Italy, because people were like, why didn't you go? Whenever they first brought it up.
Thank God you didn't, by the way.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Whenever they first brought it up, I was like, I wasn't against it, but I was kind of like, then after a little bit, I was like, man, like I'm at my highest sub count I've been for a minute. I mean, the apocalypse is coming soon, but
yeah.
My highest sub count I've been at in a minute. My streams have been like pretty consistently good. Like this is one of those times that I go off to whether it's Colorado, whether it's to LA, whether it's Boston, fucking some Orlando COD event, or this is the one time I'm just gonna say no. Unless they could have forced me, but I think Zinni was Zinni was ecstatic to go.
Yeah. Well, Seth was going. So
yeah, Seth was going. So Zinni was very excited to go along with. But they asked me to go, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, no, I'm in a pretty good space right now. At that time, I'm working out every day. I'm on a good schedule. Like I was just on my shit. And I was like, this doesn't happen very often, but I've been on my shit lately, and I don't want to fuck this up. I know I'm going to go there, and we're going to be drinking every day. I know I'm going to be drinking. That's just what I like. Maybe I get culture shock, so I just drink it away. Maybe I do go, and I'm, like, uncomfortable, or I don't know. I think I just, like, I land, and I'm like, I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Like, there's not really any responsibilities. Anything we as OpTic have to do over there, like, I can show up drunk. Not drunk. Like I'm never. No one ever knows I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Like even at events, if you see me, I'm probably hammered. But hammered in a way to where I've drank a lot. But I don't know, genetics. It's genetics. I can handle alcohol pretty well. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I was in a good spot, or I was in a good place. I didn't want to go, and then thank God I didn't go. Because I think on the last pod, I talked about it a little bit. I was saying like Milo, I think I was just talking about how it's been like a rough few weeks. Like first my mom calls me about my grandma, and then like a week or like Milo's. And so I think like that's the biggest issue going on. And then like Milo's fucking legs start giving out, and we're like, what the fuck's going on with this? And then I don't know if last pod we got his lab results back. Milo, my dog. It's my girlfriend's dog, but I've been living with him for like 2 years straight. So pretty much my dog we were mom and dad. I don't know if I don't know where we were at last pod, but Milo has had the past like 3 weeks, his legs started giving out, and then we started noticing like cysts on his back, and then like within a few days we're feeling more, and we're like, all right, we got to get these checked out. We ended up like, he ended up getting like put him under, I don't know if you consider it surgery, but they like cut out the cyst, sent it off for lab testing. And then I don't know, like a week or two, or like a week goes by, and Milo's like, he's just getting worse. Like his legs are just getting worse and worse movement. He can like barely walk, and we're like, all right, this is bad. We need to take him to like something else. Like we didn't even have the results back at this point. And we went to some other place. I think we got like x-ray scans or something. And the lady there searched up his like medical records, and the cyst results did come back, but this place still hadn't contacted us.
What?
And she looked, and she found the medical records, and apparently he has cancer. So we were pissed about that like they, like, how do you, like, how the fuck have you guys not reached out to us yet that our dog
especially
has cancer?
Since dog's at home and it's not in the hospital or anything.
And he's losing, like, we were waiting on the results, but he's getting worse, so we took him to a new place, and then he got x-rays and stuff, and they were saying there wasn't really anything wrong with his bones and shit. They were like, this just has to be like the cancer. And then she said she thinks she sees like a little thing on his, I don't know, like a little bit of cancer on his, I don't even remember, liver, fucking something. So we were just like, and I get that news. First off, I was streaming, and then Michelle like texted me and was like, hey, can you come here? And I'm just like, fuck. And I get up and I go, and she says, Milo has cancer. I go back, and I'm like about to cry, and I'm just like, I got in my stream, my dog has cancer. And it was just like, it fucked me up, got off, and we're like sitting there figuring out what to do. And then as the days just go on, he was just getting worse and worse, and then it turned into like him not really being able to walk, to him just like laying there and like panting and like yelping and stuff, and we're like, he's in pain.
Yeah.
So we take him to or they gave us pain meds when we took him in for like x-rays and stuff, and we were giving him his pain meds. At first it seemed like it helped, like, because he would just like be up all night just like yelping, and just in some kind of, I don't know how fucking cancer works, if it's like in his bones or what, but the Milo was just like in pain, and it was just like so sad to see. And he's just getting worse and worse. His pain's getting worse and worse. We take him in, or we get like a prescription for even more pain meds, and we give him that, and we're like, okay, like this should do it. Like, we just need to figure out the pain part, because he's just like in so much pain. Like, if he's like pissing himself or like shitting himself, or like has to be in a fucking wheelchair where the like little back legs are in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
It's like, we can do that, but like he's in, so like we have to get this pain figured out. So we were basically up all night. It was like 11 p.m. We were like giving him this new medicine. We were like, hopefully he knocks out, and he doesn't. We double up on his medicine again. He doesn't. We like give him even a little more, and he's still just like, it's not. We're just hoping like you're a little dog, like, and these are like painkillers and like muscle relax. Like, how the fuck aren't you just like knocked out?
Yeah.
He's like, and it just wasn't working. He was in so much pain, and then weirdly, like, we were like sleeping on the floor with him, and it was just like, we couldn't, I don't know, he was just miserable. And then we'd like pick him up, take him outside to potty, and then when we would take him outside, it was like he would like calm down. And he never would do this. Usually when we take him outside, like he'll roam around, piss shit, whatever. But like usually he'll just like, a lot of times he'll just like stand on the back porch and just like watch our other dog Chewy roam around. But Milo would just like walk away from us and then just like go lay in the yard. And we were like, that's fucking weird. Like, that's some shit like dogs. Apparently dogs, when they're dying, or like know they're dying, they want to like go be alone and like just die off.
Yeah.
And he was like doing that, and we're like, is that what this is? Like, because the whole time he's like, when he's inside, he's like panting, and he's just like yelping and doing these random little yelps. But then when we take him outside, he just like, he starts calming down and he just wanders off to the edge of the yard and like goes and lays down. And we're like, we're like, fuck, man. Like we're like pretty much coming to terms. Like,
yeah,
we have to take him to the ER right now because he's in so much pain. And obviously we can't do anything about it. Hopefully, like we're discussing, we're like, what are like, we can't just let him live through this pain. Like, we might have to put him down, but let's just go to the ER and let's like, they'll put an IV in him. They'll like, that shit always fucking works when they're sticking a fucking needle in you to give you something. Like, that's the shit that really works. And we take him there and we sort of like drop him off. They tell us what they're going to do. They're going to like hook him up to an IV, give him fluids, give him like this pain shit, blah, blah, blah. This was like 6 a.m.
Y'all have been up all night?
Yeah, hadn't slept. And then we drop him off. We come home. I sleep maybe like 50 minutes and wake up again at like 8 a.m. or something. I can't remember if I went and streamed or not. I don't know if I did. But like streaming was like helping me keep my mind off it. As weird as it is, usually when something bad's happening, I like to just disappear in my bed and kind of like rot away and like sort of feel bad for myself and just rot away and depressed in bed and look at my phone and smoke and eat food or fucking whatever. But we wake up, dropped him off at like 6 a.m., wake up a few hours later. And then my girlfriend gets a call and it's like, hey, this is pretty much what's going on. We can't there's nothing else we can do. He's still in a lot of pain. And yeah, he's pretty much just like sitting here suffering. Like we can't if we give him more, like he might just fucking die from this shit.
Yeah.
And so we pretty much came to the conclusion, like there's literally nothing we can do. The only thing we could do would be immediately have them take him into surgery and start like chemotherapy or whatever. I guess that's the same term they use for dogs. But it'd be like chemotherapy and all that shit and basically start that. But it was like he was in so much. It was like, well, we're going to take him through chemotherapy. He's going to be like, he's already been miserable for the last 3 weeks. Like have him go through that and radiation and like, who's to say his legs would even start working again? Who's to say the pain would even go away? Like we'd go through that. That would be hell itself. And then even through like looking up research, sometimes they still only live like a month, couple months, 6 months after that. And we were just like, what would be the fucking, like just drag his life out even longer to this more, just living through fucking hell just for the sake of us being able to keep him. So we pretty much came up to the conclusion, like, we're going to actually have to put him down. Like, it seems so fucking unreal that, like, this was happening. And basically, we made the decision to put him down. Then we went in, saw him. He was fucking miserable when we saw him. They let us hold him. He had a little IV in his arm. They said we can take all the time with him that we want. You know, we sat there for like 20 minutes or something, but he was just in so much pain. We just have to get this over with. And the lady came in with all the stuff that they put into the IV to like, first they give him like a anesthesia or something to like knock him out, and then they inject the stuff that like stops their heart. So we basically just like held on to him and they put him to sleep. And then they put him to rest. And then so yeah, our dog passed away, died of lymphoma cancer. And I don't know, man, it was like I guess the second hardest time of my life, because first would be my dad just like randomly passing away. But then, fucking this shit, bro. This shit hit fucking hard. And I did not expect it to, like, because I'm kind of like, said this on, I don't know, like Twitter or something, but I'm sort of like a realist, and like I joke about death, and I joke about like my death, and like not in like a sick way. It's the fucking reality of the world.
Yeah.
And that obviously everyone's gonna fucking die. It sucks, and sometimes you're just fucking unlucky, but like I don't know, it hits so hard. Like the sad part is like I've only known, or the crazy part is I've only known that dog for like 2 years. But since literally first meeting, like my girlfriend always tells me like that dog never liked anyone. Didn't like other guys she talked to, other friends she would have over, like her girlfriends she'd have. Like the dog like never liked anyone. And she said it was so weird. Like the first time he met me, he was like, he wasn't all on me, but he was like curious about me, and he was like, I don't know, we were like friends instantly. So it's just like since the first day I met him and his mom, and Milo just like accepted me right away. It's like we've been together every single day, and I've seen him every single day, and I've taken care of him every single day. And even when Michelle would like go visit her parents or have to like go to Kentucky for the horse shit with her dad, or anytime she had to be out of town, like Milo was with me, and it was always fun. And he just had like a funny little personality because he like didn't really like anyone, but like that made it cooler because he liked me so much.
Yeah, I met him once.
It was just it was so, I don't know, dude. I didn't think I'd take it as hard as I did. And Michelle didn't think I'd take it as hard as I did, because like I never really, I think I've only cried in front of Michelle once, but it was like a blackout drunk cry, and we were both like crying to each other. It was fucking weird, actually. Like if both of us look at that, like that was, why the fuck were we even crying? It was fucking weird. But besides that, like she thinks I'm like, I try to be this like tough guy and like not show emotions. So when I'm just like breaking down over Milo, it's just, I don't know, man. It was just fucking different.
I mean, it's hard.
So crazy.
We were in Italy talking about it, and because obviously I was trying to keep up with you guys, and I looked at Hector. I said, I hope Nick's all right, man. I don't think it's looking good. And then Hector started talking to me about his dog, and he started tearing up. And Hector never cries. That's the first time I've ever seen, but his eyes started getting red. And I was just like, dude, it's like a pet. I mean, I've had Mace less than a year, and he was in the hospital. I was freaking the fuck out that night, or those 2 nights.
Yeah.
It was just like, it's like a pet is so different. Like it's a different kind of love. It's
unconditional.
It's almost
like
the
purest love there is.
It's like having a kid. I'm assuming I don't have a kid, but
yeah. I would say dogs and children and like parents.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like you kind of love them conditionally. Like if my mom murdered someone, I'd still love her. I'm trying to like think of conditions that would happen for me to like not love my mom. But like
they could definitely people could turn on you even if you love them unconditionally.
The point is like dogs love is like the pure love, unconditional love. Like it's just so different, and it was just so hard. It happened so fucking fast.
Yeah.
That's like, it's not like when my mom's like recently been telling me like my grandma's not doing too well, and like it kind of fucks me up. But my grandma's also like 96, 97, something like that. So it's like I've prepared myself mentally for 20 years.
Yeah.
She's been saying she's gonna die since 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's like you kind of like you have that in your head, and like obviously you're gonna be sad as fuck. And when my grandma does pass, I'm gonna be sad as fuck. And
yeah.
But you kind of prepare for and I've had older dogs pass away, but like they're old. And
they're 17.
You've been preparing yourself. And my other dog literally died at 17, and it was like, that's a dog I had my whole life, and I was sad, but at that point, I think I moved out to the Scuff House, and I was like, damn, like, just hope my mom's okay. Like, Lacey was the best dog. Like, R.I.P. Lacey. But then it was just like, this dog that I'm like, that I grew to love so much. And when I looked into my future, it was like, this is the first like relationship I've been in where I like see a future. And yes, I could see us getting engaged and married and having a kid. So, and we talked about like Milo would be the best older brother as a fucking dog.
Yeah.
And just like, you joke about that. And then within 3 fucking weeks, you just like go through hell with him. Within 3 weeks, you're like, all right, he's growing cis. What the fuck is this shit? I mean, it was probably like a whole month process, but it was like, all right, he's growing cis. What the fuck is this? His back legs are looking weak. Okay, now he can barely move his back legs. Okay, now he's not moving his back legs at all. Okay, now he's yelping in pain. And like all of that shit just and now he's in so much pain, we have to put him to sleep. And that obviously finding out he has fucking cancer, it's like, you just don't think about that.
Yeah.
And you kind of think like, what if something happens? But it's like, you just don't like. It was like a nightmare, like fever dream that was just reality. It's just like, I'm staying up with Michelle. Like, it was 2-3 week period. The last 2-3 weeks, it was just like she's sleeping on the floor with him. After a while, he's yelping so much. I lay down there with him. We're barely getting any sleep. He's waking us up in the morning with his pain. Then it kind of goes away. Then it comes back. Then it goes away. Then we're taking him to see this doctor and that doctor. And we're doing this, doing that, getting this medication. And just all of that within 2 to 3 weeks. And then it's just like, boom, we have to put him to sleep. And now Milo's gone forever. And it was just fucking tough. And it's still tough. Like,
that is tough.
I've cried every day. I cry usually in the morning after my stream. And then like once at night.
Yep.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But it's just, I don't know. I like going back, looking at his pictures. It's just very hard. Like, we moved into a house. He had a yard. We started a new game of him like chasing his ball. And then for that just like to not be a thing anymore. And now to hear his little footsteps walking around. And obviously Michelle has had him since he was a baby. And like seeing her go through it. But what she's a trooper. She's been doing really good. And like, I thought she was going to break the fuck down and like lose her mind.
Yeah.
But she's been doing as good as she can. She's even like started going to the gym again, just like force herself to do something. And because I think we were both like set on kind of just like rotting in bed, and we just didn't like, it's just that depressing. Like, I just don't give up. Like, it was almost like what's the point of living without Milo? As fucking insane as that sounds, but I would tell her, I was like, everything kind of sucks more. Like, when I stream and get off stream, like I don't get to come lay with you and Milo and Chewy. It's like everything's waking up. I don't get to like take Milo out. I don't get to see Milo like come up struggle to get up the bed steps to get on top of the bed. Like, I don't, like, everything's like when I'm eating, I don't get to look down and see Milo. It's just like everything fucking sucks more now. And it's just tough not being those like little things of him in a car ride and hearing his little footsteps around the house, or it's like we're laying down in bed at like midnight about to fall asleep and we hear him in the other room like just eating. Like, just like eating his food, like down the hall, just in his own little fucking world. And it's been a tough. We put him down Saturday. What's today? Thursday. It's almost been a week, but just fucking sucks.
Yeah, that is extremely tough.
Just nuts. It's just the fact that it happened all so soon. Like, we didn't have a chance to even like do anything, or it's like. When we took him, even when we took him in for his like last day, we were like, all right, we'll take him to the ER. They'll hook him up to IVs and stuff, and they'll give us like, they were like, we can give you a fentanyl patch, to like put on him, and that should help with the pain if you do really want to take him home. but he is in a lot of pain. And we were like, dude, we're just going to, like, I wanted to take him home for one day, take him in the car, go to Starbucks, get a pup cup, like, chill, lay out in the sun for 7 hours, like, just hang out with him for one last day. And we just didn't get to do that.
Yeah.
And it just fucking happened so fast. It's all fucked. And I don't know. I'm like, makes me like angry. And then like, I feel like if I was someone else listening to this and being like, dude, you only knew the dog like 2 years. Like,
that's a long time. I don't think so.
It's a long time.
I think you're overthinking it. I think you're overthinking it. I think anybody out there that has had a dog, has had
the support has been insane.
Yeah, I mean,
like I thought I'd see like a few straight like shots or something, or like or not even that. But I thought like people were like, damn, like sorry for your loss, and then but it's been like it was like an insane amount of like support, like because everyone just I think people relate more than I feel like I've never really felt this feeling, and me. Like tweeting it out and putting it on my Instagram that this is happening to me and or happened to Milo. A lot of people are like, I can relate.
Yeah,
like I've been there.
There's some stuff that we go through that you're like, I don't think a lot of people could relate to that, but almost everyone can relate to that, to losing a dog and losing a pet. I mean, it's fucking tough, man. It's so tough.
Bro, my streams like the. I think I took that day off, but then the next day I streamed because I don't know, just fucking distract.
Do something, yeah.
Do something. Which I'm like proud of myself for even like doing anything because I'm totally the type that just like shuts down when something bad happens. But stream was helping distract, but my streams were just like so shit. I was just not fucking into. I just like didn't give a fuck.
That being said,
I was just like angry and I don't know.
That being said, I did tune into one of your streams
yesterday,
and you're raw at Halo now.
Happened?
I've
gotten a lot better, bro. People thought
what the fuck?
Gilkey texted me and thought I was on Adderall.
Really?
Yeah.
I
was like, bro, I thought you were taking it again.
Yeah, I popped in yesterday and you were duo queuing with Tommy.
Yeah, Lucid.
And you queued up against fucking Matt and Dead Zone, and you guys beat
like
them?
Formal Dead Zone. I mean, they had a shitter on their team.
Okay. But still,
I used to be that
you used to be the shitter.
3-4 weeks ago, I was that shitter.
Yeah.
I
was looking at your shot, and I was like, wait a second,
bro,
what
I've
the
gotten
fuck?
so much better in the past month. I would say the past 2 weeks, something just like switched.
I'm hoping that happens with me.
One day, I started playing good. And then the next day I played pretty good as well. Then the next day maybe not as good. But then the day after that played good again. I was like, bro, I think I'm getting good again. It took a fucking month because I've been playing, I think I just started playing Halo Infinite, I think just over a month ago. And I'm like starting to get
it back.
To get it back a little bit. And like I still say like, I mean, I'm still not that good. I definitely like couldn't compete or anything, but even I think APG, I mean, he could just be saying this, but he was like, I think I searched and I matched with APG on my team and like 2 other good people, and we're playing like 4 other good people. I'm like, great. So if we lose, it's on me. Because that's just how
you're the odd man out.
Yeah. He was like, no, man, you need to start fucking believing in yourself again.
APG said
like,
that?
Damn.
Damn.
And then like after the game he was just like, see man, like I fucking told you. Then like the game ends, like, and then people from his stream were like, APG was saying like you've gotten pretty good, like you could probably actually compete. And I was just like, I was like, damn, I ain't had this feeling in so long. But I mean, I'm still not fucking like,
I mean, what's your rank like?
I'm probably like top 20 in the world. But like that's not that good on Halo. Like, I mean, it's good, but like, bro, people all the time ask me in my stream, they're like, how the fuck are you 24? like 2460,
Yeah.
2460. Like, how the fuck am I even supposed to say my rank?
Yeah, dude.
2460 Onyx. Like, how the fuck am I saying? Like, get these fucking ranks right.
3 for 3. Thank you for making a great game.
Sort of.
Thank you for balancing out what Halo once was and what it could be. Not doing any of this crazy Halo 5 shit, but also making it feel like Halo. But holy fuck, somebody bottled it. Somebody bottled the rank system. Every other rank system counts down to number 1, and you want to be number 1. You guys count it up for some reason, and it doesn't make any sense.
Bro, you can be 1,500 Onyx, and you can be 3,000 Onyx.
Those are two different ranks.
Bro.
Those are 3 different ranks. That's the difference between Ascendant and Immortal.
Bro, there's a difference between, like, 2K Onyx and 1,500 Onyx is absolute pig shit players. No offense. It's like you. But like, you shouldn't be the top rank in Halo.
I know. I was
shouldn't
Onyx.
be able to sign on.
I solo queued to Onyx. I did. Me.
It's stupid. I shouldn't be able to get. I play COD a little bit. I shouldn't be able to get on COD and hit fucking top 250. Like, I shouldn't be able to hit. And the only reason I even hit iridescent is because I'm like playing with good people sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't be able to hop on the fucking game I'm not that good at and reach the top fucking rank. Share Onyx with, like, me. Say it was Onyx for Call of Duty. Me and fucking Octane should not be sharing the same rank.
Yeah.
Me and fucking Sky should not be. Me and Shotzi should not be sharing the same rank. It's just
very true.
It's so stupid. Like, the people, it's such a gap. It's such a skill gap, even between like 1,500 Onyx and 1,800 Onyx, and then like 1,800 Onyx and like 2,400 Onyx is like a gap, and it's just like,
why?
There's so many gaps at
Onyx
the top rank.
And the thing is Onyx is such a tough name, bro. Like, if Onyx was if it was the top 250 players in the world, or the top 200 players, I don't know how many people are constantly playing Halo. If it was the top 200 players in the world are Onyx,
Halo should be like top 50. There's not enough players to go.
That shit would be sick. And then you could go obviously you got your gold, platinum, diamonds, whatever, but you could have like master. You could have like fucking other Halo plasma. Like, you have other Halo terms. Yeah. That would be also sick. It's not too late to do that, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's not too late. Who's 3 for 3. It's not too late. Please fix it.
Yeah, who's
we want to watch Lucid and Renegade and Formal and now Nick. We want to watch them race to number 1,
bro.
At least give us some sort of content. Let them race to number 1.
If they redid ranks, the game would not blow up, but the game
Summit would play it every day. Again. I guarantee you, Summit would play it every day.
If they redid the ranks to where like the top rank was super, or there was like, say, a top 50.
At this point, you couldn't call it Onyx. You'd have to call it something else.
They should do a top 50, or call it top 50. And then
don't call it top 50.
Okay,
no.
Well, make it
call it something cool.
Make it something to where like literally only like 50 people can get this fucking rank. Like, there shouldn't be maybe 1,500 people in Onyx.
Yeah, it should be the top 150. I think. In Halo.
Looked up the scale of population ranks, and it's like,
how many Radiants are there?
There's so many. Like, Onyx is like the third most popular rank. I think it's like Diamond 5, Diamond 4, and then like Onyx.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm just, it's up there when it should be the least fucking popular rank.
So Radiant is the top 500 in Valorant.
Yeah, we have 200.
Call of Duty is the top 250, and Apex is the top 500, I think. Are Predators. So I think it should be the top 150. Like, that is it's the blue. Why is Halo do it so different? They have the blueprint laid out. No one
gives a shit about their rank. I don't give a shit about, like, I'm like 20th in the world. I don't give a shit about my rank because it just means nothing.
It means nothing.
It's like cool to At first it was kind of cool because I was horrible, and then I was like coming back, and I was like, all right, let me try to win games and like.
Is Onyx after Diamond?
Yeah,
dude.
You say it's Onyx after Diamond?
Yeah. What?
Platinum, Diamond, Onyx.
Dude, after Diamond in Valorant, there's Ascendant, then there's Immortal, then there's Radiant. There's 3 other ranks after Diamond.
Bro,
after Diamond in Apex is Master, and then Predator after that. So there's 2 ranks. It shouldn't go straight from Diamond to the top rank.
It's the thing where like 1500 Onyx is, I don't think there's even any difference. Like there's a dude Barcode who's 3000 Onyx, which it really just comes down to grinding.
Yeah.
And like the way they made the rank system now is like, it's, you either get +7 or lose 7 per win.
That's
so as
it?
long as you win more, like you're going to gain CSR. So
like, you don't get more for how well you do? It's only wins loss?
I think at lower rankings, they like figure out how to do your account sorta, to where like if you're contributing nothing and constantly getting shit on, you'll get like +4 or 5 for a win.
Okay.
But if you're fucking dominating,
you get +10.
Statistically, you'll get like +12, +15.
Yeah.
And that's how it starts off. But I think once you get into Onyx and higher, I think it's maybe once you get into Onyx, it's just like a +7, -7. So like this dude Barcode, who's, I think they got like top 6 or top 8, but he's like 3000 Onyx. But that's just because he's a matchmaking grinder. And he plays with another pro kid, and it's like they just constantly win because like no one gives a fuck, really. But they set it out to be like, well, let's hit 3000 Onyx. So like they're trying their asses off trying to hit this, but like even 3000, I think 3000 Onyx and 1500 Onyx look the exact same.
That's
like
insane.
The ranks are both the exact same.
And those are like worlds apart. Those are like 2 ranks apart.
Like,
that's the difference between being a low Diamond in Apex and a Predator, like number 1 Pred.
Yeah.
It's like the game is completely different.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Why? How do you bottle it that bad? The blueprint. The blueprint is laid out.
I think if they changed the ranks, it would. If they did something to make the ranks look dope, of like, I'm trying to get this.
Yeah, give awards. Give rewards. Oh my God, that guy had his head is
top 50 helmet.
He's eclipsed by the sun behind him or some shit. Like, make it look fucking cool, and then people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, is that really Renegade?" And then you see his helmet, and you're like, "That's fucking Renegade. Yeah. Look at his helmet." Yeah. That is what people play for.
Yeah,
that's what people play for. People don't play for this fucking look to see how many skins I bought in the store. Like, that's cool, but that's not what people play for. That's what people buy for. And it's
yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be fixed. But moral of the story is I'm getting better.
You're getting better,
and I'm getting better quick.
You're raw now,
bro. It was so.
I'm trying to get good again, but I don't know if I have the passion. But I'm fighting internal every day. Every day, bro, I'm fighting with myself.
When I first started playing Halo again, it was like good. This episode of the Flycast is brought to you by none other than VIDEOGAMES. If you've been feeling a little achy and tense from your recent ranked grind, for me playing Onyx against the best in the world, demolishing them, I'm getting better and better every day I play. That's neither here nor there. VIDEOGAMES.com is committed to helping you access the medical cannabis you need with ease. The VeriHeal platform is super simple to use. Just sign up, talk to a doctor, get approved, and that's pretty much it. Before you queue your next match, the MMJ card will be on its way, unlocking exclusive access to limitless resources and serious savings, all from the comfort of your home. Ready to get started? Visit VeriHeal.com/OpTic. That's VeriHeal.com/OpTic for $30 off your first medical cannabis card. VeriHeal.com. Makes relief easy. it was a thing. It made my streams entertaining because I was bad and it would genuinely piss me off. And I'm talking shit to kids. Like, I mean, I'm not actually saying it to them, but in my stream, like if they were to rewatch my stream, they're like, damn, this maniac fucking hates me. But like, it was fun at first, just being so bad and like trying to get better. And then I show a little bit of like hope, but then I'm back to shit again. And then I'm playing like shit. And then it was like, that sort of became like a theme of my stream. And then now I'm at a point where like I'm getting better, and it's almost like I just expect to do pretty good now, or like at least decent, at least not the shit the fucking cheats. Like I don't want anyone watching to think I'm like that fucking good, because I'm not.
Yeah.
Like I always consider myself like I'm just another matchmaking shitter, and it pisses me off. Like even yesterday I'm playing and it's like, how am I not dominating these fucking noobs? And it just pisses me off. But like it's gotten to a point now where with my streams I'm like kind of getting bored. I'm like, okay, I've gotten better. Everyone in the chat's noticing. Like people are like, damn, okay, Maniac's actually gotten pretty good. So I'm like raging less, and I just feel like more bored with the game. I don't know. Like now I'm just like doing pretty good or like decent every game, and like occasionally I like have a good game, but it's like I'm just more bored to when I was just like fuck and just raging nonstop and wanting to slam my controller and changing my dead zone settings and changing FOV, talking to the chat about it. Everyone's laughing, and like that was the thing. And now it's just like, okay, I figured I've not changed my dead zones, not changed any settings. Like I'm stuck on this. I like playing on this. I play pretty good. And now I'm just like, fuck, I'm kind of like I was even thinking about playing in like the Cloud9 tourney, but Milo.
Yeah.
I had to take care of Milo that day. And so now I'm like thinking about like, I kind of want to play in a tourney, but like even when it's so fucking crazy how it is now compared to what it used to be. Like I used to search matchmaking, and if it was like 8 good players, like I didn't even think about it. Like I'm just another one of those. Like I just didn't think about it. Like, oh, okay, this is a good lobby, gotta try. Like back in fucking Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo Reach, Halo 4, Halo 5, like any fucking Halo. Like when it was a stacked lobby, it was just like, okay, I gotta try.
You were a pro player. So.
I was just one of them.
Yeah.
Now it's like if I like when I matched into that lobby last night, you saw, I was like, oh shit. Oh, this was literally yesterday. Play that again. Did you just go to my Twitch and find this clip? Fucking Christ.
Dude, those fights are so hard, dude.
You can get fucking turned on.
Those fights are like, fucking
I'll turn
impossible.
on people, but like this motherfucker.
Who? I mean, you're playing Stellar, right? Yeah.
Who was I playing?
That's Stellar. I mean, that's not Stellar who turned on you, but like Professor?
Hunter, Professor.
Stellar, and someone else.
I think Gunplexion or some shit. No, that's Bueller.
Bueller.
Not Stellar.
No, there's still it said Stellar.
No, Professor.
Oh
Bueller,
shit! Yeah,
Hunter.
you're right. What the fuck?
I mean, that's a decent lobby. We ended up losing that game, and I blame Ace.
Of course,
because Ace hasn't been playing that much, and Ace returned to Halo Infinite, and like I feel like I have the awareness to be like, to just be like, fuck, I'm bad, but like I don't think Ace has. Like Ace came back and he was like, dude, I'm shitting. And I like watch his stream. I'm like, you're not shitting. I'm like, this is the slowest, most like boring gameplay. And I'm like, dude, you are not like, I'll see him lose fight. Like if I lost that fight, I'm like, fuck, I'm so shit. But like he'll lose a fight and it's just like, it doesn't even like, no thought even enters his head. And but like my point is like I've been playing with Ace lately, and like he just came back to Halo Infinite, so he's gonna be shit. Like the game just keeps evolving and evolving. But like I'll play with him and we'll lose, and it's just like fuck, this is really hard to win. And I'm not trying to like blame Ace. Ace is still like pretty good, but I don't know. He was just in that game. But Halo's been a journey. But I'm at a point now where I'm a little bored of it, I will admit.
I want to get Do I want to get good or do I give a fuck at all?
That's what I always tell myself.
I care literally 1%?
Sometimes I'll just stop and be like, I don't give a fuck.
I don't care at all. But should I?
But
I'm at a point, I'm at a crossroads right now where like,
cool to be kind of good.
Like if I don't ever, I'm at a crossroads right now where it's like, I go again. I play Call of Duty. There's a ranked out.
New maps.
I could get new maps. I could get iridescent. Or I could be happy and never give a fuck ever again and just watch and enjoy. I don't play football. I like watching the NFL. I haven't shot a basketball in 7 months. I like watching the NBA. I don't have to play ranked to like Call of Duty.
That's what you've been doing?
Yes. But that's mostly because everyone's streams are dying and we need to play something that people like to watch. And so people...
Yeah. Bro, I was so... Who is that?
JP, we just looked
I can't see. What was I about to say? I was so...
God,
what were you just saying? Call of Duty.
I do care.
Trying in Call of Duty.
I don't care at all.
He doesn't care. He does care. Fuck, what was I about to say?
It'd be nice to care, though. But I just don't. You care.
I can't stand the fact that I'm fucking shit.
See,
I do care, and I'm hard on myself, and my stream's like, chill, bro. Like, no one cares. Like, no one's here to watch some crazy gameplay, like fucking Lucid. And I'm like, you're right.
So true.
I need to stop genuinely raging so hard.
I think I need to start raging.
But it's just like, I don't know.
But there's so many.
It does feel good knowing I might still have it at least sometime.
There's so many hackers in COD. There's so many.
People are starting to hack in Halo now as well.
The commando? Just
fucking flying Spartans and shit. I haven't ran into them.
Oh.
Besides the obvious wallers and aimbotters, but people are saying there's like cheaters nonstop, and I don't know. Maybe it's because I like play in the morning with nothing but freaks and old people, and the cheaters might just come out at night or something. But
freaks and old people.
I don't know. I've enjoyed getting better, but fucking what I was saying earlier. Back in the day, when I used to match into a good 8-man lobby, I'm like, the stack. I don't even think about it. I just play. And like, even if whether I do bad or not, it's like, whatever. Now, if I get matched into a stacked lobby, and like I genuinely get nervous. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Really?
Even when I play with Lucid, I'm just like, it's like, first off, Lucid might be a bigger complainer than me. Like, he bitches nonstop. I'm telling you. I want you on stream tonight to
watch you and Lucid play?
Watch Lucid.
Just Lucid.
Tell your chat. Say, I talked to Maniac today. He said Lucid is one of the biggest complainers in Halo history. Click on his stream and just see if hopefully it hits.
I'll do it.
To where like he's just fucking complain. He complains about his teammates. It's so like, dude, it's so funny like knowing him and like he's the nicest guy, blah, blah, blah. But then you watch his stream and it's like, holy fuck. All he does
Tommy, shut the fuck up.
All he does is complain about his teammates. And I know
I'm accustomed to it.
And I'll play with him and I'll be one of the people he'll complain. He'll be like, Maniac, where are you? Why don't you just drop pink one and help with overshield? And I just know his chat's, you fucking dumb fuck Maniac. God, he's so bad. Then they'll join my chat. You're costing.
Dude, when I tell you.
But then there's sometimes he'll complain. I'll be like, you're right. I fucking, like, I'll be mad at myself. Like, fuck. How do I just fuck that? Like, I fucked up. I choked at the end of a round one round yesterday. I, like, rushed in. Just fucking should have traded the kill. I fucking choked the kill, but I shouldn't even have rushed in. He was like, no, stay alive. Don't rush. But I just fucking fly in and I died. And I'm like, fuck. And then there's like 3 seconds left and the animating team grabbed the ball. They win by 1 second. I'm like, fuck. Like, of course, that one fuck up I did. And people are like, dude, Lucid's bullying you. And I'm like, I'm like, shut the fuck up. He's not bullet. Like I fucked up there. Like I'm actually Like Lucid is right. Like I actually. Sometimes I'm just like.
But Lucid,
sometimes I just gotta be like
9
Lucid,
hours.
I'm bad. Like you like stop. Don't.
You
expect
know what you got into.
Yeah. Like don't expect so fucking much. But then there's other times where I'm like, I know I fucked up at like an important moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, even like I'll get into those lobbies and I'll notice like I like.
Dude,
just play nervous and I'm accustomed to it. I'm getting better at it.
But when I tell you,
This never used to be a thing.
How we start stream is I hop into Discord and Blake and George are already in there, and then I listen to them call out and play a Val match while I play Smash, and then when they're done with their Val match, I get done getting my ass fucking handed to me in Smash, and I'm like, "Yo, we're ready to go live?" They're like, "Yeah."
Fucking getting destroyed
every day, 100, dude. Every day I'm getting
loss after loss after loss,
just smashed. But I'm having fun at least, and I hear Blake and George complain for every day, Monday through Friday, for 2 years. I've listened to Blake and George complain about their teammates every single day in Val. Yeah. And to a point where I'm like, dude, are there just nothing but shitters over there?
And you know their teammates are complaining about them.
For sure.
It's just, dude.
And I'm like, dude, at some point it's got to be you guys' fault, right? But every time I say that and joking with, they're like, no, you don't get it. Like we're in a loser's queue, and when we get in a loser's queue, Val puts you with other losers, and they don't know how to play, and then you getting down a spiral. And I'm like, all right, guys, all right, I trust you. And I'm like, y'all are shit though, right?
Dude, I think with me is like do I blame my teammates?
Yes.
Do I? I think I do, but I think I do a lot of like self.
I don't blame my teammates.
I tell myself how bad I am every single day.
The thing is I don't blame my teammates, but I think that's just because I'm not good, right? Like I'm not good.
Yeah.
If I was good, maybe I would blame them a lot more. Yeah. Like if I was. Lucid plays 9 hours a day, and he's been doing that for 2.5 years.
You gotta. I told him yesterday. I was like, you're in like this is like little league. Like these are like little kids out here, just like
from duo queuing with Niak.
I'm like, bro, this is like little. Like you're in Major League Baseball, and then like you just step down to like have fun at Little League. Like people are kind of taking it serious. They're like little kids. They're pretty dumb. Like they're not. This ain't their career.
You're playing Pop Warner.
Like, just relax, Lucid.
All right, let's talk about it.
Fuck. Do you like
what?
Do you like my Instagram?
What, Schmeat?
No.
Did we watch the Fallout series?
What's the Fallout series?
Dude, he's talking about a TV series about the video game Fallout.
I didn't see it, nor have I ever played the game.
You're a nerd.
You just nerdgasm.
What the nerd? He said, wait.
He stopped this entire thing.
He said, wait, and then he popped his head out and said, Did you guys see the Fallout? Did you guys see the Fallout series?
Before you get into your next subject, I have one up for offer.
You're a nerd.
And I've never seen him happier than
No, he was smiling so big.
I've never played the game, and I've
never played Fallout, so I don't know. Yeah, I was too busy talking with women,
chicks and stuff.
Yeah, I was like hanging out. I was smoking mad doinks with a lot of chicks, 6 naked bitches in the pool. What did Calico say? I was skinny dipping with 6 bitches. I was skinny dipping with 6 bitches. Speaking of battle rap. Last episode, which was a week, 2.5 weeks late, we reacted to the Like That verse, which is still playing.
Played it on the way here.
J. Cole dropped an EP, a mixtape, randomly out of nowhere. I was on the flight to Italy and I listened to the whole album.
Should we listen to it?
I don't want to listen to it.
Yeah. What's the point?
The thing is the album is great. I think the album is fucking great.
Yeah.
The song with Daylight and Ab Soul is incredible. The song with Cameron is incredible. The intro song is incredible. Yeah. I even like the song with Bass, like hide your bitch, fuck, hide your wife.
I don't remember that one. I haven't. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't listened to it as much as I should have.
I think it's great.
But I do think it's good. And the song, what's the song I've been listening to? It's
the Cameron song.
No, the
Ready 24?
Trade the Truth in Ibiza.
Oh, is that one of the last ones?
Yeah. I was like, I saw Pam post that, and I was like, wait, have I even listened to that?
Dude, it's.
But it was like.
I think, dude.
And it's just so good.
It's so good. But J. Cole is. I want to on my way. Whenever that album dropped, I tweeted this in Italy. 4 days ago, I tweeted this. I think this is the first time since the Big Three narrative has started in the early 2010s that J. Cole is confidently in first. Since the warm up, it's been the best I've ever seen him write. Diss track aside, this last throwaway project bangs. That's what I tweeted. And then 24 hours later, he apologized. So if you guys don't know the story, if you guys don't know what's going on in hip hop and you don't really care, you're a rock and roll fan or you're a blues fan. 3 big artists have run the entire game for the past 15 years.
Breaking it down like this.
They've all, for some reason, one of them threw a shot at the other two, and one of those being J. Cole. J. Cole has been a very peaceful guy his entire career, but he's been talking about how he's the best. So people were like, hey, you got to go at Kendrick because he dissed you. And J. Cole put out a diss track responding to Kendrick, but it was mad friendly. It was a very friendly diss track. And then less than 3 days later, he goes on stage and apologizes to the rap game and to Kendrick.
He goes
in
on
general.
Stage at a Dreamville concert.
His concert, his own concert.
And we could maybe.
I don't want to watch it.
No.
I've already watched it like 5 or 6 times.
He basically apologizes and says, he said, since putting out that record, which was a pretty soft record. It was like a jab. It was like jab. I'm down to play this game if you want to play 100%. This game. It wasn't like he went after his baby mama and did all this, and it was simply I'm down to play this game if you want to play this game. I'm down to go this route if you want to go this route. Here's what I have to say. If you got something to say, let's do this. And then
that chain is worth $3 million, by the way. The one on Drake's neck right there.
Really?
$3 million.
And then he goes on at a Dreamville concert and he says, these past few days, he hasn't felt right about the situation.
He said putting out the song was not right. It made him feel bad, and it wasn't what he needed. It didn't feel right within his spirit, is what he said.
It disrupted his peace.
He said he has been sleeping so well over the past 10 years because before 10 years ago, J. Cole was a little demon, and then he has gone on this like journey of like spirituality and he's a very camaraderie. He's a comrade to a lot of his to a lot of his peers. He likes collaboration. He
wants to hang
working with people. He's been over the past 5 years, he's been on a gazillion features and he's bodied all of them. He's been on an insane run, which is why I tweeted that, which is why I was like, as far as pen to pad, he is the best of the 3 right now. Yeah. When I tweeted that. Yeah. And I still agree with that. Yeah. But going on stage and apologizing, what was your initial thoughts? Because I know what your initial thoughts were.
My initial thoughts were no. You fucking idiot. Keep that, even if you feel that way, keep it to your fucking self. I'm like, dude, this takes I don't even want to hear your new album anymore. I'm going to listen to it, but it's like J. Cole's whole I don't know if facade. J. Cole's whole image has kind of been like, he's never been the gun bar king, but you're like, there's something about Cole. He is from I guess a pretty bad place, but he just seems more intelligent, more mature. But something about him, Cole, I think Cole's got some dog in him.
Oh, for sure.
Like Cole could snap on one of these.
He fist fought P. Diddy. He knew.
Yeah.
He knew ahead of time.
Like Cole, he ain't like, he's a nice dude, but he ain't no bitch. And like, he's got some dog. Like,
that's
if
what
he
you've
really
always
wanted
felt.
to, bro. And that's what that was my image of J. Cole.
When I first heard of J. Cole, not when I first heard of him, but he was on his mixtape, because I'm from North Carolina. That's our guy. That's our guy. That's our guy. There was no one else. And so when I'm in high school, is his mixtape era before his debut album. I forgot what it's called. I know it by heart, but I forgot what it's called. Sideline Story, I think. Before that, he was like on this mixtape. His mixtape come up was fucking insane. He does a mixed or a freestyle over dead presidents to represent me, right?
Killed it.
Jay-Z signs him and says, yo, by the way, if you're gonna rap over my beat, you got to do it better. So he does another freestyle over the same beat, and to this day, it's one of the best tracks I've ever heard. Like, it's so good. It's insane. And so if I was like, that's my like initial view of J. Cole, is like the best, arguably the best rapper of all time, tells you to do better, and then you do better.
You gotta come harder than that.
And then on your debut album, Mr. Nice Watch, he's on now Jay-Z's got a verse on your debut album. I'm like, dude, that's J. Cole is like, he's like over the last 10 years, he's been on this hippie shit, but it's not like he doesn't have
Cole's
that
in
fucking
the top
fire.
3 without any of the extra shit at all.
It's so true.
Drake's extra. Kendrick's extra.
He dressed up as a
He
Catholic
does some
priest.
like weird shit, like dressed like some Jesus stuff. I think
exactly.
Kendrick's extra. Drake's super extra, but J. Cole is in there just seemingly off pure talent.
It's so true. J.
Cole seemingly, you like feel what he's like.
Yeah.
Whenever he came out with like False Prophets, talking about like I think Kanye and shit, I was just like, dude, I feel this.
J. Cole seemingly like, is the guy you grew up with, or that you went to high school with, that it killed it. Drake and like you loved Kendrick
like,
aren't
he's
like
a
that.
Real ass dude.
Drake and Kendrick aren't like that.
No.
They're like, oh, that's the dude from Compton that's on this like jazz shit.
Drake and Kendrick calculate how to be at the top, stay at the top. When the album his album drops, like take this angle. Like they calculate this shit. J. Cole is in the 3 just off fucking talent and
pure pen to pad.
And just like
the thing is he's not like a Joyner Lucas or like a Daylight or Absol. I mean, I can't, or like any of the Griselda guys, where it's like, they're the best writers in the world, but they're not gonna go top 100 on the charts. You're not gonna hear them on the radio.
Yeah, when they're spitting like that, it's just like, I get it, you're really good.
Yeah,
but like I'm not.
But J. Cole can do both.
It doesn't touch your soul.
And I think that's what separates the big 3 from everyone else, is that they're so good at rapping, but they're also great at making hits and great at building that community around them. Those are the only 3 that could host their own, well, besides like Tyler, the Creator, and them. But like, they can host their own fucking like Dreamville or OVO Fest, and everyone's coming to that. Like, these are the big 3 for a reason. Now, my initial reaction was also it wasn't like no, it was no, but it was just like, fuck, man. Damn it. Because part of me knew it was going to happen. When you hear, what is it called? 7 minute drill, which is J. Cole's return diss track towards Kendrick Lamar. It was good. Don't get me wrong. It was good. I feel like swatting a fly. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's a not gonna lie. As a four syllable
beat switch conductor.
You're like, oh shit. And it's a sample that Drake has also gone on. Like it's pretty good. And it's very well written. And he also, for the first time, I think in forever, J. Cole is shooting at someone directly. You know exactly who he's talking about, which he's kind of been on his subliminal shit for a long time. And I was like, oh my God, it's happening. But it wasn't like, it wasn't like that push. It wasn't Pusha T Drake. It wasn't Drake Meek Mill. It wasn't Gucci Mane and who did fucking
Young
Gucci? Jeezy. It wasn't that big. It wasn't like fuck your baby mamas.
Which it shouldn't have been. Like this was just the start.
It shouldn't have been. Yeah, you're right. It shouldn't have been. But then he goes on stage.
His response was appropriate.
I did too.
I was like, nice. Here we go.
And I still think think it was good. I think it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Light work. Like I'm the one and the fucking while I busted him, like the reference about the guy who's holding the gun and like crying because he doesn't want to kill his friend, but then he shoots his friend. Like that's, I don't know the movie. I can't remember the movie. Do you remember the movie? Oh, but that's all. It's all great references. It's all great writing. And then he goes on stage and apologizes. And dude, the difference. I think there's a duality of me. And one side is like, fuck, that's our guy from North Carolina. This was his time. If he was ever going to have that cemented legacy of that's the best ever.
He fucked up, bro. He fucked up his legacy.
That was the time. That was the time to really do it. But then the other half of me is like, you could tell on that track that he didn't want to do that shit. You could kind of tell.
I think he tried to like hype himself up. Like, yeah, I'm like,
no. I think
I'm one of. Like,
I think
I've been waiting on this.
I think we hyped him up.
I think he's been sitting there kind of waiting for something. But then once he did,
I don't know if he was waiting for it from Kendrick. I think he was. I think sure he's waiting for it.
The amount of times he has mentioned something about being the best, being one of the best, and can't no one fuck with him. And then someone challenges him on that, and then he hits back, and then he's just like,
dude. Here's my synopsis: is that people view hip hop in two different ways. Some people view it as an art, and some people view it as a sport. And I think Drake and Kendrick view it as a sport. They want to be the best. And that's why Big Step, what is it?
I think it's both. And that's what makes the greats the greats, when you are in it in both ways.
And I kind of agree with that. But when J. Cole's saying he's the best, no, I promise you ain't nobody better in this fucking industry. I think he's saying his art is better than everyone else's art. I don't think he's saying, give me the ball and I'll one-on-one.
I look at it
else.
And I'm like, you're not even willing to fight for your art. Like, yeah, and it hurts me.
Those are my two, I battle, dude, it's fucked me up. Because if he's going on there and he's doing something he doesn't even believe in, then bow out. Sure, I think that's, if he hasn't been able to sleep for the first time in 10 years because he's been at such peace, why would any grown man?
Why would you even disrupt your peace? Why would you say anything?
Why would any grown man want him to continue living like that?
I would say, as a grown man, I get it. I understand certain little things can disrupt your peace. I understand him putting that out and seeing both sides talk about it and all the negativity it probably brought up with both sides. Fuck him. He probably I heard Joe Budden say, like, once you get into that type of, like, even though it's just rap beef, your lifestyle changes.
It's over.
There's more security. You move different.
Everything, dude.
People you think you fuck with, but they're friends with Kendrick, they ain't fucking with you no more. Like, things change, your lifestyle changes. And he was like, I don't think J. Cole was ready for that.
And it's not like, I don't think he was. He's not.
I don't think he's scared.
He's not scared of Kendrick. He's not scared of Kendrick in a physical way. He's not scared of Kendrick in a lyrical way. I don't think. But, well, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and debate people about it because they're going to be like, oh, for the rest of for the rest of J. Cole's career, they're going to say, oh, he ran from Kendrick. The same way all the fucking losers are saying Kendrick, that, well, Drake's ghost, we got to get Drake's ghost riders. Drake's going to get all of his ghost riders. It's just like, there's dumb fucking people that are just surface level fans that don't know anything, that want to get under your skin. And they're going to say that for the rest of ever. They're going to say J. Cole bowed out of a battle and because he was scared of Kendrick.
I think from a grown man perspective, I completely get it. I don't want no Twitter beef. I don't want to be on Keemstar. Even these, like, celebrity or these content creator boxing matches, like, I think, like, that'd be fun to do, but it's like, I don't want to argue and put up this, like, fake, we got beef, so, like, the numbers are better.
Right,
Like, I don't want to be.
It takes a certain person. I don't want to be
arguing with someone on Twitter and in the replies or the YouTube comments, or especially publicly. Like, I don't want any problem with anyone. I don't want to be on Keemstar and have attention on my name. I don't want fucking like, it takes peace away from me.
Right.
And maybe I'm fucked up to where, like, I feel like it's hard to find peace with my own internal brain. So when I do have it, I don't want a problem with no one.
Yeah, I agree.
But
you also
I understand that from a J. Cole. I understand that that's probably J. Cole's mindset. But when we're talking rap sport, the sport of rap competition of, like, I'm better than you. No, you're not. I'm better than you. Like, fuck the big three. It's big me. And then you're sitting there like, I'm fucking better than you. And like now should be the time where, like, you prove you're better than him. And in a rapping way, bro, no one's getting killed over J. Cole Kendrick beef.
Okay.
So it's like, dude, just
though.
keep it rap,
dude.
And it
I don't agree.
And it shouldn't be like,
I agree with that shit.
I think there's a part of me that doesn't respect someone. What I can't stand the most is when I scroll through Twitter and I see someone, like, about to get in a fight, and they just sit there like this, and then the dude starts swinging on them, and they're just like this, and they just, like, take the punches. Like, no fucking fight at all. And, like, at least defend yourself. Fucking push them away. I know people have seen these like, there's people will just get swung on, and then it'll be like the nerd, like, he's getting fucking bullied, and I hate seeing it. But what I hate is seeing someone with just no fight. Not physically. It doesn't have to be physically. Like, and I'm not saying if a motherfucker's getting bullied, it's fucked up. I'm not saying start swinging back, because a lot of times you'll just get your ass beat even more. But to just let a motherfucker hit you and to at least, like, fucking defend yourself a little bit, and in this case, rapping, it's just like, dude, he just said, fuck the big three, it's big me. He's talking about rap. He's saying he's better than you. You've been saying you're better than all of them. Show some fight.
Okay, here's my thing.
That it makes me not even want to listen to his album, because I'm like, you don't even got any fight in you. Like, what you say now, don't keep the heat under the seat. Like, no.
He fought, though.
Like, I know J. Cole's not keeping the heat under the seat, But now when I heard that bar coming over here, and I just said no. I heard that bar on his album.
J. Cole
keep
did
the heat under the seat or something. No,
that's on the diss track. Keep the heat under the seat.
Yeah,
I gotta.
No.
Let's somebody listen. If
his new
attention.
album's coming out, it's like I don't know what you could say that. Obviously, it's gonna be good as fuck.
It's gonna be so good.
But I'm just gonna be hearing it.
It's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be so good. But I'm gonna hear it and just be like, no. Like it's not.
Okay,
I know you
let me get my thing. Let me get my point
across. You
across.
don't have that fucking.
Let me get my point across.
There's this fight.
I've heard many people say just keep it rap, but that shit is boring. As a battle rap fan, what are the best fights? The best fights are the fucking Thesaurus versus Ilmac or fucking Averb versus Hitman. Like boys that are going against each other, or fucking Calico versus Loaded Lux. He's talking about Calico's dad for 5.5 minutes. That's as personal as you can get. Yeah. Your pops wasn't no gangster. He was just another lost dude. Yeah. That is as personal as it gets. Those are the best fights. The best fights are Nas versus Jay-Z. It's
why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker.
Exactly.
Get money.
It's yeah, exactly. Or it's fucking even if you want to go in our generation, Meek Mill Drake is personal as fuck.
Yeah, and like even the Meek Mill Drake stuff, like at a Meek Mill, I think Drake did a show in Philly and like 1,000 cops were there. And people were saying Meek's entourage, Meek's got 150 people outside, like that type of shit.
Have you ever heard the
people
rap?
Love the,
yeah, Drake talked about it. He was like, that beef, there was a lot of entertainment in that beef, but don't get it twisted. Meek is not someone to play with. Yeah. And he said that after the beef. But I mean, he said like, is that a world tour or your girls tour? That's not what she meant when she said you should open up more. That's personal. Yeah. He was dating Nicki Minaj at the time.
That's a good bar.
That's a crazy good bar. That's a battle rap bar. Yeah. Like that's, and Pusha T, obviously that's as personal as you can get. It's, saying that his friend's going to die. And obviously those are the best beefs. I don't think J. Cole wanted to go there. And so to say, keep it rap. Do you remember when Joyner Lucas and Tory Lanez got into a rap battle and they kept it rap? No, you don't remember it because it's fucking corny. I'm going to write a gazillion multisyllables to out multisyllable the other guy who's multisyllabling. No one cares about that shit.
But I think they could make it a way.
How?
I mean, you don't have to keep it rap in the raps, but keep it wrapped so no one dies.
But then you're ruining your relationship with another person.
Oh well, it's worth it.
I think keeping it rap.
You think Kendrick gave a fuck about your relationship? Low key, Kendrick probably reached out.
I think yes, Kendrick. I think J. Cole was a side.
But the thing is, Kendrick, and please Lord, let Drake be one of these. But I think Kendrick was willing to be like, all right then, if this is how it's got to be, it's how it's got to be. Like just the killer dog inside. And I think Drake 41's beefed, but I'm down to cut ties. Drake is the same. Like he'll cut ties with fucking Future. Like Drake will. It's kind of funny saying it about Drake, but Drake ain't gonna shoot you. But he's down to say some shit. He's down to get his homies involved. He's down to get your homies involved.
Obviously
Drake's down for it.
We are two gaming white dudes from fucking Dallas. But when you hear these like a Joe Budden podcast or Big Boy or all these, I watch a decent amount, especially it's on my TikTok feed all the time now. The way they talk about Drake in Toronto is kind of if you're beefing with him, don't go up there. And they could be gassing it.
Yeah.
But we know Drake's
it's probably true.
We
bro.
know
He's
Drake's
just
petty
way
as
too
fuck.
Connected, and he said it in one of his songs that he's petty as fuck.
He's petty as fuck.
Yeah.
He'll
just it's not like you're gonna get hurt or something. You'll just get embarrassed by something.
Yeah,
or
something bad is gonna happen.
Yeah,
something if you go up there. But it's the same way. If you're beefing with Kendrick Lamar and you go to Compton, Fucking hide.
Yeah.
And it's it's the same with Meek Mill and fucking Philly. Like, same thing. So it's all real.
But I don't think J. Cole has any of that.
I don't think
J. Cole's just like a family man.
I mean, yeah. Now, for sure. But like,
And he's at peace.
And so it got to a point where I think he was at a crossroads where you either get mad corny and I'm going to Compton, Wompton, I'm going to Wombo, Combo, and Compton, Hompton. You either do that or you go, you got 5 baby mamas and I fucked 3 of them. And you know what I mean? You go that way. And he had to choose. And he's like, I don't want to do either one of those. That's what I think.
The thing is, to me,
because that's his
just
friend.
Didn't have to apologize.
I
How
agree
much
with
of a
you.
friend is he, bro? Fuck the big 3. It's just big me.
But I think because I think the big issue, which
Like,
we've known about
you're
for
married
years.
with kids, bro. You don't need Kendrick Lamar as a fucking friend. You're J. Cole. And you're on Team Drake.
That's not true.
I
don't think if Kendrick Lamar asked him to go on tour with him, he would say yes.
I mean, I'm just saying, you did a song with, like, you at least got Drake. You don't need to be buddy with everyone.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I also didn't know this, but I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast for the first time ever, which is actually it's actually a funny as fuck podcast. But I didn't realize that
insane.
What?
Joe Budden's insane.
I didn't realize that first person shooter, they both asked Kendrick to be on it. Did you know that?
Really?
The rumor is that they asked Kendrick to be on that song. He said no and then did the Like That verse. That is fucking...
Is that true?
That's what the rumor is. Can you look that up, Schmeathead?
It would just be weird if that was true because...
Kendrick Lamar first person shooter mode. Yeah, just look that up. That would have been crazy. All 3 of them on one track. But he said no, and then...
Good, because he's got some fucking dog in him.
Why wasn't Kendrick on first person shooter? Right down. Right there. Stop. Yeah.
Kendrick has some fucking dog in him. Baka.
Yeah.
You should probably understand.
I mean, this is just a guy asking, but.
I mean,
yeah, but anyway, that's just the rumor.
I don't know, man. I'm disappointed by it. And my take is J. Cole didn't even just keep that to yourself. Even if it fucked up your piece,
I agree.
Damn,
with you.
I wish I didn't.
And I bet you he regrets
probably
that.
talk to your wife. Be like, fuck, man. I don't like this feeling.
I bet you J. Cole.
I fuck with Kendrick. I don't even like this feeling.
Right.
But keep it to yourself. And just ride it out.
I bet you J. Cole regrets. Obviously, J. Cole regrets putting the diss track out because he said it. He said that 7-minute drill is it tainted that album because that album is pretty damn good, especially for a throwaway album. It's fucking amazing.
I don't think it tainted.
But he thinks it tainted it, so he regrets that, and I bet you he regrets fucking apologizing.
Yeah.
I bet you he regrets it.
But he's also some spiritual hippy-dippy motherfucker to where he's not going to...
Yeah.
He's going to just we just move on from this. He's not going to sit there. He's probably fuck, I probably shouldn't have said shit. And it's hard because I bet he's at a show. He feels emotional. When you're up on stage, all of your fans... you see all your fans that really fuck with you. You're like, fuck, man, I made it. I'm at peace. I'm feeling good. And then I went and did this shit. And now I got to address it with these guys.
Yeah.
And they're probably screaming, fuck Kendrick from the crowd.
Right.
He's fuck, I didn't want this.
I didn't want any of this.
And
I just wanted to
he
rap.
might not even plan on speaking on it. But up there in the moment, I bet someone in the crowd said, fuck Kendrick.
Dude, did you hear it during?
And he was probably fuck,
man.
And then he just starts talking
and
some shit I would do. I just start yapping.
He started yapping, and even while he's yapping, he said, and I just heard my mans back there say, oh, no, don't do this. He said that on stage while he was apologizing. He said he heard his guys in the background say, "Oh, nah." He's like, "But I'm gonna do the shit anyway." And it's like
that would have been me.
I wish he hadn't have put the track out at all.
Like, did he not have like?
But I do
if
have
Scump was to do some shit, bro, we would all be here like, don't do it, man.
Yeah, we
Don't
just
do
did that to him like a month ago.
Wait, with what?
Nothing. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying. We would be like,
Wait,
don't.
Was there something?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it would be the same thing, and he would do it anyway. But what I think happened with what maybe this is I'm grasping at my North Carolina side is just grasping at things. Just like there's got to be something that makes sense. And what I think happened, obviously he had to choose those two roads that I was talking about. I think he heard how far left that shit was going to go between the other two. And he was like, I don't care that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Did you hear that Kendrick and Drake both have
Dude.
shit ready, and apparently it's nuclear.
I heard there's a clip from Joe Budden's last podcast where he just says basically he had said multiple times that Drake doesn't have it in him anymore, and he basically said I have been proven
no longer going to speak.
Yeah,
on this.
I've been proven wrong if the rumors are correct. And apparently it's going to drop within either 12 hours or 3 days.
Or never.
And then
we just... So we have a emergency pod ready.
Yeah, Meathead, are you on call? It could be 3 a.m. You got to get your ass down here.
Right when...
He said he's on call.
Right when a diss track drops.
Meathead listens to country music. He doesn't know what we're talking about. It has to
be a real diss track. Can't be a song with like a few shots.
Apparently it's bad.
If it's a nuclear diss track...
God, I hope it's bad.
Kendrick just diss Drake. Drake just diss Kendrick. We will not listen to it ourselves. We will come here. We will record a podcast. And we will listen to it live. And that, hopefully...
What if it's 11 p.m.? We're coming down?
Maybe early next morning. Because I'm down.
You're not going to listen to it the whole night?
I can live with that, I think.
Yeah, me too.
No, we can't. We have to hear it for the first time here. And it's going to come out at some shit like if it's 11, midnight, I ain't coming down here. But we can set it up for like, all right, 9, 10 a.m. pod. So hopefully that is our next pod. If that is not our next pod, you'll see we do have a special guest for next week. I'm not going to say who it is.
We have a special guest?
We have a guest.
Oh.
It's kind of special.
I don't even know who.
You know.
Oh, okay.
You'll see. Yeah, he's all right.
Okay.
But
really?
Yeah, that should that's what we're looking at. You might and I'm telling OpTic because usually we record these, they come out like a week later. If a diss track drops, we're coming in, we're reacting to it, and we're talking about it, and we're dropping this shit immediately. So I don't know. You could see a video. I don't even know when this is. It could be.
This might come out later.
Yeah, like we don't know.
We're dropping that shit immediately. I will hack Roger's computer.
Yeah, that's what we're working with, man. We're ready. We're ready for when they're ready. And then, if not, regularly scheduled podcast again next week. But
my closing arguments,
thoughts?
my closing thoughts. The big three still exists. It still exists. It still exists. It still exists.
My final thoughts.
I'm sad. I'm hurt. I'm so. My North Carolina in me is aching, but also. As a grown man, I'm over 30 years old. I understand that if that's what keeps him at peace, that's what keeps him at peace, and I'm okay with that. But I think he'll be bronze forever now. I think he will be.
Yep.
And that kills me to say, man. Yep. That kills me to say.
My final thoughts as a grown man, I completely get it. You live a total different life outside of this rap shit. You have wife, kids, close friends, family.
Basketball.
basketball.
Business.
Enjoy your life. Like, that's the purpose of this, is to enjoy your life. As a grown man, I get it, man. I wish you nothing but peace. And I'm on the same wave myself, to be honest. But I think J. Cole's legacy is a little tainted. And
Is it recoverable?
he's going to have to come out with some crazy, like, false prophets type vibe and just say the craziest bar to where we're like, holy fuck, we get it now.
Yeah.
Like, good for you, J. Cole. I'm happy for you, and I wish you the best. You might still be allowed in the big three. But to me, J. Cole is big three, but like the big three's not going
his
anywhere. Shit's a little tainted. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna listen to his music different now. In the same way, I've been listening to I haven't really been listening to Meek Mill's music now. Something happens and it's kind of tainted, and I kind of see them differently in a way, and then I see him jumping around like a bunny rabbit for billionaires playing tennis. Meek Mill, you seen that clip?
No.
Meek Mill played tennis against like a billionaire, lost, and I think instead of paying the debt, the billionaire made him do like 500 bunny hop jumps. So I just can't. I'm not saying that's J. Cole where J. Cole is at right now.
That's not Drake's fault.
But
to be fair.
But I feel his legacy's a little tainted. As a rapper and how we looked at you, we thought you had that dog in you to fight for the top spot. But apparently, to you, it's just about the art, which is respectable. But sometimes the music just might not hit the same for certain bars for me now. And that's my last thoughts.
Yeah.
All right. That's going to do it for episode 10, whatever the hell we were on. This episode was also brought to you by VeriHeal. Shouts out to them.
Shouts out VeriHeal.
But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode of the Flycast. Meathead played out outro music.